is kind of the restoration I did under here. But I didn't film all this. Rebuilt the axles, new coilovers, all blasted, rust removed, painted. Ooh, it's leaking right there though. Look at that. Where's it leaking from? Oh, it might be the fill plug. Might have to check that out. But you can see I put braided brake lines, all new rotors, pads. Let's see. I haven't been under here in a while, so one-piece drive shaft. Had to put a new cat in. What the hell's the name of it now? Vibrant, yes. I drew a blank, but it's a Vibrant. I think that's everything. Had the rear end rebuilt, but I'm not liking it so much. I think it's still a little sloppy. Today's episode, as you saw me moving cars around, we are going to be putting in the oil filter relocation. As you can see, well, I had an oil leak. I thought the valve covers fixed it, but I have never cleaned under here, so I'm going to clean it. And then, because I don't see any drips on the ground anymore, this could be residual. We'll find out. Supra. I don't know. Too dark to really see. Let me see if I can turn around. It's pretty dirty. Still needs restoration that I'm going to be working on soon. And then you saw Nick's car as I moved it around. But the kit I'm using is just, I guess, the really only kit out there. It's Greg's kit. So you put this one where the oil filter is today, tightening it in with this, and then you got the remote oil filter location, clamps, hoses, and some mounting screws. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get this oil filter off with my special Nissan tools. These are oil filter removing tools. Oil filter's a pain in the ass. And then put the relocation kit on. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys can see down here. You may or may not be able to. If you can aim down there, see the filter way down there? There's really nothing to get to. So I'll probably work on it and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so the Nissan special tool number 0056 worked great. Popped it, broke it free, and now I'm making a mess all over the floor. Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful thing. Hopefully it should be off in a second here. There's like no room under here to do all this. But, oh man, it's almost like it's as it comes out, it's running into wiring harness and not wanting to keep going. But that's where you just turn harder and push harder. All right, it's not easy, but it eventually comes out. There's your access point for your special Nissan tool. There you go. It's out. Now for the relocation kit. Alright, so we're going to get the piece ready. That goes on the engine block. So you have to, these plugs, you got to get those plugs all sealed up and tightened up. I guess if you were running if you want an oil pressure sensor or maybe an oil cooler, something like that, you'd use these ports. But I'm just going to close them up. Same with this one. This one will get, it's got an O-ring, but I'm also going to put a little bit on the threads. So the other piece though is the one that actually holds it on the engine block, and that one, yeah, that's going to be tricky. So, cool. Is there a clamp over there? Yeah. Okay. So if you're thinking about putting on your oil filter relocation kit for your Skyline, yeah, you're just going to want to pass on that. That's Nick, by the way. Without taking the intake manifold off and everything, it's a pain in the ass. So you didn't really film a lot because we couldn't see. But you can't do it with the hoses actually on the adapter. You actually have to put the adapter on first and then put the hoses on, which even makes it tougher. So, yeah. And now the hoses are, you know, they only sell you, the distance is only this long, so we're going to have to figure out how to get that on. So the next step now is to put the actual filter mount up here. So we're going to do that next and see how that starts off, and then we'll give you guys some footage. Okay, welcome back to Garibaldi Garage with Nick T. So I didn't film a lot of putting this bracket in and stuff and putting the actual thing in, the oil filter relocation kit, because there's really no way to film it. It's a pain in the ass. I think I said that earlier. There's just no room down there, and it's the hoses were too short and everything. But you can kind of see a bracket. It comes from the back of here, wraps around, and then attaches right here. And it's hard to see, but yeah. So the kit's there. It's all good. No leaks. The one thing that happens though, you got to keep an eye on, is it takes a while, maybe 3 or 4 seconds, for the oil pressure to come up, because the oil filter is draining completely empty every time you park it. One time I had it parked where the oil filter was the highest point on a hill kind of angle, and it took 10 seconds before the oil pressure came up. So you got to watch that. I don't like it. It's going to change in the future, but that's the way it is.